Hello friends, my name is Laurie and I'm a full-time working respiratory therapist. However, on my days off, I enjoy being at home and working in my bullet journal. So let's plan April together. Time to pull out my Archer and Olive Signature Floral 8x8 dot grid notebook. Now I plan on using the following supplies: Zebra mild liner highlighters, Park Lane scrapbook paper from Joann's, Sakura Pigma micron fine liner pens, and Carpe Diem stickers from Amazon. Oops, and I can't forget my Arctics brush marker set from Amazon. So I've got everything I need. Let's get started with my April cover page. I'm not sure why I struggle so much with my cover pages, but I do, and April is no different. I don't know if this is because this is the page that I think should be the most spectacular. I put a lot of pressure on myself, or maybe I just have a difficult time coming up with a good theme. But here it is. It's kind of just a hodgepodge of spring, Easter, rabbits, eggs, lots of flowers. So I just Googled simple rabbit drawings, and this is the easiest one that I found. They actually turned out pretty cute, and I really love the brown of the rabbit with the pastels of the eggs and the flowers. Now, one thing that I thought was really funny, so being a very, very amateur artist, I could only make my rabbits go in one direction, so to actually make them go the other way, that was a little tricky, and you'll see at the end of my April journal page, I did attempt to draw a rabbit going the other way, but as far as my cover page, they are all facing right, which that's okay. You know, as I keep adding colors and shading to my cover page, I'm liking it more, and that's why I love the Arctics brush marker pens, because they're so great at shading and they dry quickly. Things do not smudge. I really love when I get to the part where I can add the lighter shades like the white and the light pinks. It just adds so much dimension. And now I'm just using my stencils to write the word April. And hey guys, there you go. I am almost finished. Well, almost. There's a few things that I still need to add. Right here, I am adding a little bit of teal. If you remember from my previous pages, I wanted to add a pinch of teal to every page just to tie in the color of my bullet journal. And here is all the colors that I am going to use for the rest of the pages. So lots of pastels, but again, some browns and some grays also, just to add a little bit of contrast. Here I'm using my Zebra mild liner highlighters just to add some lines for my month at a glance. I wanted to use those highlighters, so I thought, oh, this will be the perfect place. And then of course I'm adding 1, 2, 3, and 4 for each week. Not going to fit a whole lot on those lines because, as you'll see in my next page, that's more of my week at a glance. But this is just, big events, big things that I need to remember will go in my month at a glance. And April cover page, it is finished. And you know what? Not too bad. I kind of like it. This page is my weeks, and I'm going to stay pretty consistent with what I did in my previous pages. Pages for January, February, March, and now April, keeping it very simple with just different boxes. Although in April I'm using eggs, more the oval shape. But yeah, just keeping it very simple, cutting out the eggs to represent each week. And I'm just going to add a few stickers. And this page, probably the easiest page that I'll do. And like I said, keeping it simple. It usually, though, always turns out to be one of my favorite pages. I guess I just like the no clutter, no fuss page of my week. And that's it. This morning, I woke up pretty early, and first thing, I checked my QVC app. I am a big QVC shopper, and wouldn't you know it, QVC's today's special value is one of those Aura smart rings. Gotta say, guys, I was pretty tempted. I did not buy one. They are still, it's an investment. They are expensive. But I was thinking, that might be so helpful in helping me track my sleep, my heart rate, oxygen saturations, just all those things that go into, being aware of our health and wellness. So let me know as I fill out my health tracker, if you have one of the smart rings, is it worth the investment? I would love to know if you've got one. Do you love it? Is it just, another one of those things that we get excited about at first and then don't really use? But yeah, I just thinking, okay, this would really help me, give me some good information when filling out my health tracker. Next month, I'm walking in Cincinnati's Flying Pig 10K race. And so keeping track of my miles now is more important than ever. I want to be ready for that 10K. And there is my health tracker, simple, easy to use, very, very useful. And it's time for a little coffee break because coffee shops and journaling were made to go together. So I'm headed to the Coffee Peddler for my April's sip of the month and a little planning time. Drum roll, please. This month's featured drink is birthday cake, frozen latte, in honor of my birthday, which is in April. Happy birthday to me. Whipped cream, rainbow sprinkles, delight in a cup. Thanks, Coffee Peddler. Delicious as usual. Happy birthday, Aunt Gail, Carl, me, Jody. If your family is like mine, we have a lot of birthdays packed into just a few weeks. March and April in my family, that's what we call the birthday season. And I have to say, I think everybody is a little relieved when birthday season is over. It could be a little expensive, but of course, birthdays are always so much fun. And it was fun creating this page. I do have to apologize. I did not hit the record button when I was drawing and coloring the birthday page. So you didn't get to see a whole lot of that, but there it is. Birthdays. I am going to go back. It looks a little odd with just the word birthday, so I'm going to go back and add happy on one portion of the cake. But moving on, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to combine this month my news and my memories all on one page. And here I am just trying to create a basket. And we'll see how that goes. I found some brown scrapbook paper that I think looks like a basket, just creating a handle. And I love this little scrapbook page. It says yearly egg account. Thought that would be great for this month. I really wanted to use that. I also really wanted to use this and symbol sticker. Just getting it in the right place was a little tricky, but yeah, I was glad I got to use it. Anything with polka dots, especially black and white polka dots, that's my favorite, and I always want to implement that somehow. I'm sure you've noticed I like to cut out little boxes and add my letters with stencils until I teach myself, maybe watch a few YouTube videos on calligraphy writing. I am going to stick to the stencils, and I just think the boxes are really cute. I like how they look. Now here I am going to add a bit of news for the month of April. It says Vital Farms organic eggs, $8.99 a dozen. Oh my goodness, I don't even like to say that. But you know, I'm gonna add this to my memories, my news, things I want to remember. So maybe in a few months, fingers crossed, when eggs hopefully will be like $3 a dozen, $4 a dozen, I will look back and say, oh, can you believe it? $8.99. And by the way, I've seen Vital Farm eggs, organic eggs, for $13 a dozen. Oh, crazy times we're living, guys. I love to jot down just some random notes, and this page is just for that. And introducing my rabbit facing left. It only took me about 10 tries to reverse this little guy. He looks okay, a little awkward, sitting amongst the creeping phlox. I love in the spring. That's probably one of the things that I look forward to the most, is seeing they call it creeping phlox. I guess some call it mountain phlox, moss pink. But it's those little blooms in the spring that creep over little stone walls and across lawns. I just think it's so pretty. It doesn't last very long. I tried to plant some myself and it didn't really spread the way I wanted it to, but boy, is it so pretty. So yeah, that's my phlox. My phlox rocks. Sorry, I just had to. Next up, working on my big tulip and using the Arctic's brush markers in pink. There's that lighter shade of pink. I love when you see all the tulips in bloom, especially, and I'm not sure why I didn't color this one yellow, because I love the yellow tulips that have the pink tips. It's just what spring is all about, and just a true gift from God. God, thank you for tulips in the spring. Adding my header that says notes. And now I'm just going to trace those boxes, outline those boxes with my black pen. I outline everything in black, and it might make my journal, my drawings, very elementary looking, but you know what? That's me. I'm pretty basic, and I love when things are outlined. I remember, when we used to color in elementary, the first time, and I can't remember who it was, one of my friends, she would outline all of her coloring pages, and I just thought that was so neat the way it looked. You had the dark outline and then you colored lightly on the inside. Oh, so inspiring as a kid and as an adult, still doing it. And finally, one last look. I am finished with my April bullet journal. And you know what? I like how it turned out. I hope you like it too, and I hope you got a little inspiration from what I have shown you today. Well, friends, I hope you had as much fun as I did, and be sure to tune in next month for May's bullet journal. And also like, share, comment, and subscribe. Check out my other videos. I think you'll enjoy. Until next time, my friends, take care.